Now, today, President Trump leaves for a week-long trip to Asia. Thursday, he meets China's leader, Xi Jinping. Trump says fentanyl is a top issue that he would like to discuss. Roll it.
A meeting with President Xi, and I would say we have some big issues, like with the farmers and various other things, but the first question I'm going to be asking him about is fentanyl. And if you think about it, they make $100 million, so they pay a very big penalty for doing that, and I don't think they want to be doing it, and we'll see what happens at the end of next week.
We need a China expert, and we've got one. His name is Gordon Chang, joins us now. Isn't this the easier issue to solve, fentanyl? I mean, they could simply just stop the flow of the precursor chemicals immediately. They could do that quite easily, couldn't they?
Well, of course they could, because the Chinese central government and the Communist Party are behind the fentanyl gangs. The diplomats give cover to them. Every container that leaves China is inspected by officials. Fentanyl producers, many of them are state-owned. Chinese-owned TikTok promotes fentanyl use. So, yeah, of course they could turn it off. But Stu, let's remember here, that Xi Jinping that President Trump is going to talk to about fentanyl, well, that Xi Jinping in 2016 promised to end the fentanyl trade in discussions with President Obama. Xi Jinping promised to end the fentanyl trade in 2018 in his discussions with President Trump. And Xi Jinping promised to end the fentanyl trade in 2023 in his discussions with Joe Biden. So, you know, I don't see the point of talking to Xi Jinping about fentanyl. I see the imposition of real costs well beyond the 20% tariff that President Trump has already imposed.
You know, Gordon, as we've been reporting this week that China has purged 9 top generals. On this program, you said that Xi Jinping doesn't have full control of his military. What do you say now?
Yeah, I think that that's certainly true. We saw the appointment of a vice chairman of the Central Military Commission. That was to replace a guy named General He Weidong, who was a Xi Jinping loyalist, who was sacked on Friday. The new general, Zhang Shengmin, is a Xi Jinping adversary. So you now have both the chairman and the first vice chairman of the Central Military Commission of the Communist Party seem to be at odds with Xi Jinping. Now, there's a lot of conflicting evidence, but I think the weight of evidence suggests that the military right now should not be considered an asset for Xi Jinping.
Is Xi Jinping's leadership in any doubt?
I think it's in doubt. Now, he's been very successful in gaining some altitude recently, especially in discussions with the older party leaders. And there is still intense infighting. And Stu, whoever wins, whether Xi Jinping stays or whether he goes, there's going to be purges afterwards, and those purges are going to be consequential. So I think the CCP, the Communist Party, is going to be really in disarray for quite some time.
Well, does Xi Jinping need a deal with Trump to secure his position, or what?
You know, you would normally think so, but you got to remember that Xi Jinping for the last 2 or 3 years has based his legitimacy on China already surpassing the United States. So if Xi Jinping makes big concessions to the U.S., he is undercutting his own legitimacy. And remember, in a time of turmoil, and this is not just true of China, but it's true of everywhere. In a time of turmoil, officials are not going to want to make concessions to foreigners because then they can be held accountable later on. So, yeah, I think it is in Xi Jinping's interest to cut a deal, but I can see reasons why he wouldn't. And by the way, Stu, the Chinese have not confirmed the meeting with President Trump. Yeah. President Trump said they're going to meet on the 30th. The Chinese, they're quiet. And I think what they're trying to do is to put Trump in an inferior position by saying he's the supplicant. He's the one who wants the deal. We don't necessarily need to talk to the Americans. So this is not good for the United States because it means Trump comes into those discussions in Chinese eyes as being in an inferior bargaining position.
Fascinating. Gordon Chang, thanks very much for being with us. We always appreciate it, you know. Thanks a lot, sir.